53 days until Antarctica. Yahoo! And only 41 days until I leave. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the preparation process. I've talked a lot about the planning process for this trip, and I guess preparation is kind of part of the planning, but it's a little bit different because I'm specifically thinking about prep in terms of packing and gear that I will need to bring with me and or what I need to do to my gear before it is ready to go for this trip. So you may or may not have been watching the other videos. I will be going to a few different places in Argentina as well as Antarctica. So the temperature differences that I'm going to experience are going to be, from 0 degrees Celsius up to 30 degrees Celsius. So I need to prepare for a little bit of everything. I don't really need to, buy new stuff. Being a Canadian, I've got lots of cold weather gear. I did purchase some new hiking pants, and the fleece pants that I was testing out the other day, I decided that they're not coming with me. I'm just going to do with the layers that I have because I already have lots of layers. So that's the way I'm going to roll. So that's one aspect of it. So, deciding what clothing that I need to bring for the different temperatures, different footwear, all that kind of stuff. I've pretty much got it narrowed down. And the biggest challenge that I'm facing isn't so much like what to bring, but it's managing the weight limits on all the different flights, specifically the domestic flights within Argentina. They've got some pretty strict limits, and if you are one of the lucky ones who is going to have everything weighed, they are not really lenient. So that's just something that I'm thinking about and trying to find out how I can best pack all the things that I need to bring, keeping the things that I want to keep safe for diving, safe in terms of just the equipment staying in good condition, and also, the things that are, easy, quick grab and go items that could be easily stolen out of my checked bag. There's certain things that I just want to make sure that I have in my carry-on at all times. And then the challenge again that I'm facing is that our aerolíneas, I may not be saying it right. I call it aerolíneas, but I think it's aerolíneas. That's one of the Argentinian airlines. Their weight limit for their carry-on is 8 kilos. So at my first attempt of packing all the things that I wanted to keep with me, it was 13 kilos. So this is kind of the game I'm playing of what can go where I feel comfortable keeping it safe from damage and theft, while staying within the weight limit. So this has been a bit of a fun game of Tetris, suitcase Tetris, trying to find out how everything fits. So, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, like you still have 41 days and yet you're trying out packing already. I'm like, yeah, I started trying this, the day after, a couple days after I got my new dry suit, because I just wanted to see how much all the different things weighed. I have never traveled with my cold water scuba diving equipment before. There's a lot of stuff, in terms of just the stuff that goes in the water, the stuff to stay warm, all of those kind of things. It is not light. So yeah, that's been part of the planning process of like the weight and the packing. And then the other aspect was like preparing some of the gear. Most of my dive equipment is all ready to go. I made sure I got its regular maintenance. I have certain times of year that I typically do that, so I made sure that I adhered to that, so that would be ready to go when the time comes. So I don't have to worry about that. I am bringing a lot of backup equipment just in case, because there is nothing provided on the ship in Antarctica. So whatever I want or need, I have to have and bring with me. So the other thing that I was preparing was some of my other gear to make sure it was waterproof. So I actually have my rain jacket here that I actually bought before my last trip to South America, a whole 8 years ago. So I gave it a nice wash with some waterproofing stuff, and it's actually really soft now. I probably haven't probably has needed a wash, and I just haven't done it. Washed it with some waterproofing stuff, and then sprayed it extra with some waterproofing as well. So that's my lovely rain jacket. And then I also waterproofed my hiking boots. So I was in the process of putting my laces back in. They're also so shiny, you know, they were so dirty before I started this process. But yeah, so I waterproof those as well. I don't really need these for Antarctica, but for everything else that I'll be doing in Argentina, I'll be doing lots and lots of hiking in national parks and on glaciers and stuff like that. So I needed to make sure these bad boys were ready to go and prepared for what I'm going to be doing. So that's basically been what's been going through my mind in terms of the preparation process for the last, I don't even know, couple weeks. I'm feeling like I've almost got the packing aspect down. I've got a few more items to throw in there and then figure out the final logistics. It's going to be really interesting. I've never traveled with this much uh, luggage or equipment before. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I'm sure I'm going to look funny with all the stuff that I'm going to have. So, stay tuned for when that photo comes out. Anyways, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me again, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day on the countdown.